Hello everyone and welcome back to Lotus Premier Education. My name is Amanda and I want to be your college tutor. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most frustrating parts of the whole college application process, and that is waiting for your decisions. Now, after so many months of movement and action and to-do lists, one of the hardest things for seniors to do is to just wait. I completely get it. I'm a college counselor here at Lotus, and I always want to be moving and doing something towards the process. But there are certain parts of the application process where it's best to just sit and wait. So in this video, we're going to talk about whether it's appropriate for you to send emails to admissions officers while you're waiting to hear back from a decision, and what else you can do to increase your chances of acceptance. Now, before you continue with this video, I want you to go back to our page and watch the other videos that we have about demonstrated interest and yield rate. Those videos will help you get more of a foundational knowledge of what demonstrated interest components are considered in the college application process to begin with and why they're so important. I'll give you a hint. It's because of the yield rate. Once you have a better understanding of demonstrated interest and how important it is in the process, you can then start thinking about what you should be doing while you are waiting for your college decisions. So, if you are currently a senior and you are waiting to hear back from schools, don't panic. There are several things that you can be doing, but once you do those things, you should be waiting. So, let's talk about them. The first thing that you should do while you wait to hear back from college decisions is check your interest. What have you already done to show interest in your schools? Often, what I will hear from students is that they have done a lot of interest for their top choice schools, but almost none for some of their safeties or low target schools. This is not a great strategy when you're applying to schools because you want all of your schools to really feel the love and to feel like if you are admitted, you will attend. So while you're waiting to hear back from colleges, a great thing to think about is how can I show a little bit more interest to all of my schools and put some attention on schools that haven't gotten quite as much notice during the college admissions process. Now, one thing I will ask you to keep in mind is there is some interest that's too much interest. So for example, if you have already communicated with a regional admissions officer 2 or 3 times throughout the process, you don't need to be sending many more emails. In fact, you shouldn't be reaching out unless there's something really important to update them on. Admissions officers are busy, so you want to build a meaningful relationship with them while also making sure that you're not bothering them or overcrowding their inbox when they have really important things to attend to, like reading your applications. So the first thing you want to do while you're waiting for decisions is check your interest. And if you have other things you can be doing, you can reach out. Another way to check your interest is virtual tours and virtual information sessions. Schools invest a lot of time, money, and effort to make sure that these resources are available to students. So especially for schools that you can't get to geographically, but even for schools that you've already visited, a great way to show interest is to do another virtual information session or a virtual tour, or to join one of their online seminars, especially in a field that you say you're interested in on the college application. Now, what else can you be doing while you wait to hear back from decisions? I am personally a very big fan of being overly prepared. So one of the things that you should do is strategize all of your college applications. While you wait to hear back, you should have a game plan in mind on what you will do given whatever decision you receive. So if you've applied to early decision schools, know how you will respond if you are deferred or if you are not accepted, because at that point, a lot of students save too many applications and then are scrambling at the last minute. You have so much time during the college admissions process, especially while you're waiting to hear back from schools. You can complete applications for other schools, even if you don't quite plan to send them in yet. So number 1, if you're waiting to hear back from schools, make sure you check your interest and see if there's anything else you can be doing. Number 2, while you're waiting to hear back, make sure you strategize all of your applications. Do you want to send in all of your applications before you start hearing back from schools? Do you want to hold off on a few? If so, you should still make sure you complete the applications and all of the essays so you have them ready to go and ready to submit no matter what the decision may be. It's really, really difficult for students to hear answers they are not hoping for in the early process, and it happens to everyone. It's a completely natural part of the process, but what you don't want to be doing is second guessing your entire application strategy just because you didn't receive the answer that you were hoping for. Now, the third thing that you can be doing while you wait to hear back about college decisions, and this is a really important one, is you can be thinking about your long-term senior year plan. So just how we talk about what you should be doing freshman, sophomore, and junior year, there are several things you should be doing senior year as well. And these things all revolve around showing schools that you are not slacking. Yes, we have all been there, and senior slump is really appealing, but you can't let yourself fall into a slide just because there's a lot of work with the college application process or just because you've started hearing from a few schools. You need to make sure that you are continuing to pursue academic rigor and academic success, continuing your narrative and continuing to invest your time into things that are meaningful to you and that pay off in your college admissions process. And also that you think about things that would make great updates. So remember at the beginning of this video, I said that if you've already reached out a few times to your regional admissions officer, you should not reach out again unless you have something meaningful to say. So what that means is you can actually create meaningful things to say by strategizing updates. If you see a grant application or a fellowship application or an award, whether it's regional or state or in your school that you can apply to, you absolutely should, because winning anything, getting any type of distinction, that's a meaningful update for you to be sending your admissions officer and something that may change your process. Another meaningful update is grades. And not only is that something that can supplement your application, colleges will often require that you send either your first quarter or your first semester grades. So spending that extra time while you wait for decisions to double down on your homework and your schoolwork and make sure you're really excelling in the classroom is also an awesome way to be spending your time. So just to recap what we spoke about in this video, while you are waiting for admissions decisions, we know it's a difficult part of the process, but there are still things that you can be doing to increase your chances. Number 1, check your interest. Number 2, make sure you really take a good look at your narrative and understand how everything is coming together in your process and strategize your applications. Know what needs to be done. Know what you're going to leave if there are things that you are not completing at this moment. And number 3, check your updates. How are you investing your time in school and your extracurriculars? And how are you still distinguishing yourself even over the course of senior year from your fellow applicants? So we hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you guys have any questions. We really do read your questions and love making videos to answer them as well. And as always, subscribing is so helpful as we try to get these important admissions tips out to more students and parents just like you. So we'll see you back here soon on Lotus Premier Education.